Good morning. Oh, check my hair out. I've had a bit of a shave. Hope you're all well. It is Monday again. And today at Dynodaze, we are mapping an EP3, which I'm looking forward to. Always look forward to that sort of stuff. Right. A quick tidy head poke of the old YouTube video. So thanks for the support over the week. Oh, look at this hair here. That's gonna have to go. Thanks for the support over the weekend for the YouTube channels. We appreciate that. Did well over the weekend for us. In fact, had a lot of inquiries from them, so that's really good news. We had a not quite fresh mate, just had a bit of a trim so I could eat my dinner without it all getting in my mustache. Yeah, we had a really successful week last week. We did some awesome stuff. Morning, Darrel. And then it worked well for promoting. So we put it on YouTube, and then from that we got more inquiries. I've got some videos in the can that I still need to do, but generally all doing well indeed, I think. So that's great news. I've got a load of orders to sort out today. Also, what is today? Yeah, today is. Oh, I thought I had a meeting with my MP today, but I haven't. That must be next Monday. Yeah, that's next Monday. Yes. So map today, sort orders out, trip over to the bank, that sort of thing. All stuff I don't really want to be doing. Got to go to the post office. What are you guys doing? Are you guys doing much? I'm going to have to pull that hair out. I could just see it. Bloody hell, that's one long grey hair. Oh, it's not going well for me, is it? I'm aging. I'm aging faster than I actually am aging. I think I'm even going to put the hat back on. How's about that? There we go. There we go. We got a summer hat back on. That'll do me. Morning, FN Tube. Did you enjoy your video? I hope you enjoyed your video, man. I hope you liked it. We got plenty. Where's my live chat? We've got plenty more FN2 videos in the can. But I'll get to yours first. You jumped the queue somewhat, but that's cool, man. We got monetization on. Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay. I think that's going to do me. Recorded date is today's date, of course. Stream location is the Dynodaze office, of all things. Put it down as entertainment. Lovely, thank you. Day off for me today, looking at parts to spend more money on. Well, if I can help you with that, you just let me know, brother. We could definitely have a chat on what to do next, can't we? For sure. For sure. What have I got to tell you? Okay, so we ran a nice FN2 on the dyno for a power run on Saturday. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed watching some of my own videos at the weekend, which is not something I do often. But yeah, we mapped a hybrid cult that dropped some proper flamage, which was cool. So thanks for checking out. I've now got 8,054 subscribers, so that makes me happy. That's it. I think that's where I'm at. So just orders to process today. Let's see what I haven't printed out already. There's an order. What's that for? Drop links and rear shop mounts. Okay, print that off. Yeah, the S15 video did well. You may have noticed that I posted that on the Dynodaze YouTube and Uncle Keith's. And what I did was I used a little tool that promotes the video on Uncle Keith's because we're trying to build up that portfolio for his YouTube channel. Something I particularly like about Uncle Keith's Paint Shop YouTube video channel is that the positivity that we're getting from it, because people don't know the process and don't know how long things take. And I am enjoying seeing people learn, because I'm learning at the same time. I'm learning. So we've got like a little group chat, and Rich saw a nice Mazda at the weekend. Nice colour, red, almost like a candy red, he said. And Keith was instantly, oh, that's an awful colour to paint. It's like a pink base coat, and then it's got 3-stage pearlescent in it, and no one wants the colour match it, and like stay away from them. I'm like, ha, there's something I've learned. We don't paint Mazdas. We don't paint that colour, by the sounds of it. Morning, Moody. Hope you're well, buddy. What are you up to today? Are you at work today on this fantastic rainy Monday morning? I'm feeling it. I've got this weirdo condition called fibromyalgia that I suffer with, and as the weather changes, it makes my limbs ache. So a little bit of chronic fatigue and a bit of pain, but I get up and I go to work. So I'm a hero. Yay. I'm a hero. Bad news about John Krasinski is Reed Richards for the Marvel Universe. I don't want to know that, because he's the only Fantastic Four Reed Richards there should be. What else? Where am I up to? Close that. Mail. Did that print? Oh, it didn't. Why didn't it print? Because I need to kick the printer. I've got some water this morning. I've already had 3 cups of coffee at Andrew's at Albert Auto Centre. Thank you, Andrew, if you watch. Working on my brew. Right, what else have we got? This is how we do it. We had a brilliant Colt CZT turn up on Saturday. So this Colt CZT, he's a Owners Club member, so that's the CZTOC. If you're interested in Mitsubishi Colts, or if you own one, go check out that Facebook page. It's the CZTOC. You're more than welcome to join us, even if you've not got a Colt. Or you're more than welcome to join us. I think I already did that one. Yeah, go check out the CZTOC. Anyway, we had a car turned up, a non-runner. It looked like it'd been off the road a little while. You know, the thing where it's got cobwebs in it and all sorts of stuff, and you know that it hasn't started for a while because the battery's dead. And he'd been suffering. And I said, look, man, whilst I'm absolutely stacked in the diary, if you just get it to us, then as soon as we've got a space, we'll get it up and running. He's like, do you know what it is? And I don't know what it is, because I've not got the car. But as soon as I've got the car, we can have a look. Car turns up. I said to Rich, let's go do what we normally do, and try and get the ECU. So we got the power on it, and it came up with a code for the key, basically saying that it was immobilized. So at that point, we're like, okay, it's immobilized, but you could see that he had an old ECU and a new ECU. So he'd fitted the new ECU, and it still wouldn't start. And in the end, it was the ring that goes around the ignition barrel was a new ring. So we plugged in the old ring and then swapped the keys, swapped the immobilizer chips from key to key, and it fought with a jump pack and a knock on the starter motor. It fired. So it's currently sat on the dyno, and that's the best £48 that lad has ever spent, because his car is fixed. Now, obviously, it needs some fresh fuel and a battery, but it is fixed. Morning, Bonzi from Turkey. Cool, blimey, man. Have you not got anything better to do than watch me waffle on, even on holiday? Thanks, Bonzi. We appreciate the support. Thank you for being a member of the channel. We really appreciate it. That buys me a coffee, so I really, really do appreciate you being a channel member. So thank you very much. We always appreciate the support. We're waiting to find out whether Richard has died in his sleep. See whether he turns up or not. Uncle Keith's normally here by now, but he's not here at the moment. So it is a bit Monday. It is a bit Monday-ish. Right, let's have a look. Okay, well, it looks like of my 38 emails. Can you remember when I used to say I've got hundreds of emails and stuff? Well, I got rid of loads and loads of spam and loads of things that I had somehow subscribed to, and it really whittled down my workload by looking and seeing what was nonsense. So let's just have a quick. If anyone plays Skyrim, my daughter said over the weekend that she wants one of those. If on the map in Skyrim, there's a particular type of arrow that shows your location, and she said she wanted one for a bedroom door. So I've ordered that. So I'm waiting for that to come. She's mad. I suppose she gets that from me. Print that. Sat by the pool, mate. Oh. Well, we need to see photographs of that on Instagram, don't we, buddy? Get the good missus to take a photograph of you watching Dynodaze in Turkey. That'd be awesome. Right, that's that done. 27. Okay, well, I think that's my eBay emails done. That's that done. Some POW suspension on its way for a customer. Take 2 minutes. eBay experience. No, I won't. Right, okay, so I can click mark as read. Okay, brilliant. Onto eBay. It's a bit warm. It's actually cool. It's cooled down now, so it's all right here at the moment. It's comfortable. It's still a bit muggy, but it's comfortable here. Who wants to watch a YouTube video with me that I haven't finished editing yet? Does anyone want to do that? I think we'll have a thumbs up. We'll do that. Let's go with share a screen. Share screen. And I'm going to click on that. And that. No, that. Yeah. Okay. So share the screen. Share. Okay. So this is an FN2 that we had it on Saturday. And as you can see, he sells wine for a living. So I says, well, it's going on YouTube, so why not? I'll make sure that your website and your logo's on there. So let's make sure this isn't too loud. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It is a nice car. So mywonderwine.co.uk. So if you're into wine, I'm not personally, but if you are into wine, go and check that out. We like to do support for people, don't we? We like to support. Listen to this. What's my favourite car in the world? That's me. Before I had a shave, obviously. Before I shaved a lot of the grey out. Oh, it's stock, by the way. It's a stock car, and it isn't mapped. So it's got some mods on it, as you can see. It's got a splitter and some side skirts, but I think it's pretty stock. Other than that, I don't think it's got any modification, like engine mods to make power or anything like that. Jump in that pool. So you get to see this first. It's only a short video because it's just a power run, but it'll probably go up live tonight or something if I make a thumbnail for it. I don't think we've changed one on a diesel, mate. We're £48 an hour. I don't know. Depends whether the nuts and studs and things like that come out or whether they snap. Those sorts of things. It's one that I couldn't quote on. I'd budget sort of. I don't know. It's turbo, ain't it? I don't know. Maybe 4 or 5 hours. You know, maybe less if everything goes well. Morning, Starbuck, my favourite. How are you doing, mate? Just having a look at this little Saturday video that I haven't actually published yet. Life moves pretty fast. Yeah, so there we go. So that was the video for the weekend that I haven't edited yet. Yeah, like I say, the S15 video that we did, that's doing really well because it is such good work, and they just don't make cars like that anymore. Good. Yeah. It's pretty dark outside today, this morning. I don't know whether that, again, that's the weather. Like I was saying. Bear with me. Put my phone down. Oh, is there? Oh, no. Definitely not. On a live chat. On a live, say rude words. Did you need a phone? I did. I've been for a poo. I've put the phone. I thought you'd left the audience just. Why don't you take him in the toilet with you? Yeah, I would, Dave. You need to be able to like walk around and go, yeah, here we go, this is what we've got going on today. Keith's going to put the kettle on. Keith is going to put the kettle on. I'm going to try and find my phone. Oh. Why do you look like a geography teacher today? Thanks, mate. That's what I said to you, wasn't it? Yeah. You're like a geography teacher. Oh, yeah. What was the traffic like down there? You come down the long shoot? Yeah, I did, yeah. It was alright. Just... It was a bit later, I thought, oh, it's raining. It is raining. Yeah, about rain all morning. Wow. Yeah, I thought I'd got through home because I'm a bit late today. Well, the kettle is on. No, thanks, Jason. Oh, it was alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was the usual 25 mile an hour sort of thing, but it was moving. Yeah. I thought it forgot that way. Yeah, give us a shout. I mean, we'll look into it, but it's not one that we've done before because most of them are petrol, obviously, and they're non-turbos, aren't they? So it gets a bit more intricate when it comes to turbos. Found its cup with something growing in it. Oh, nice. You got, dude, you had a tidy up. I did have a tidy up, yeah. That looks tremendous. I took some stuff upstairs. I even wiped the side down, so if you want to make love on it with me later. Oh yeah, it's sterile. Well, I just want to. As are both of we. Any thoughts on life today? Any thoughts on life? Well, I feel quite positive today. Each day that we're here, is a blessing. Absolutely. So that's my positivity for you. Absolutely. If we're here to see it, it's positive. Yeah, and if everyone's fit and well, that's it. That's right. We're very fortunate to live in this country. I know people slag it off, but we don't have volcanoes, tornadoes, famine, drought. Mostly we don't have gun crime. That's a nice little postcardy thing. If you go to a show and you've got a bit of a bump, you'll find one of them. You'll find one of them on your windscreen. I just shaved some grey out, man. That's all I did. I shaved some grey out. Now I look like a geography teacher. Apparently. A geography teacher on a fishing trip. on a field trip. You've shaved yours to reduce it, and this is the best I can grow. Is that the best you can grow? That's it. Snoop Keith. And then I get annoyed because it gets a bit itchy. Because it don't grow here properly. And then I get really annoyed, and then I just shave it anyway. Mine would grow enough for me to not be able to eat a pot noodle. I'd be like... It's awesome. Even go back 15 years. Well, that's testosterone for you, Keith. Yeah, I ain't got none. Estrogen Keith. You got chest hair? No, I've got about 3. One for the... I'm not going to bother. I've got about 3. I got grey chest hair amongst other hair.
I's got pubes.
You has got pubes, isn't it?
I's got millions.
Millions of pubes.
I's got millions.
Oh, nice to see our Keith. Our Keith. Right. So, yeah, he did say that. I remember that. You've got nothing to worry about, he said to that little old lady. And then all of her fences blew down. That's showing someone's age. DMC Resins, how old are you? I suspect you're 43 years old. How's that for a guess? Right, so on eBay, we've sold some AirTech products, some GFB or wastegates. Very nice. Very, very nice. Can I please have this in black? Thank you. I think you probably can, Kyle McLeod. Kyle McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Core. I watched that the other week. Highlander. What a movie. Now, I find it interesting because I remember Highlander 2, and I remembered a bit of Highlander 1. Obviously, I like the bad guy, and I must have watched it about 1,000,000 times with Smev when I was a kid. But here's again, you younger guys might not remember this movie called Highlander, but it was about some sword-wielding immortal people that had to cut each other's heads off. Probably can't say that on YouTube, to become the only one. Now, the first movie, that is the premise, that there's some immortal people, and once all the immortal, obviously you're still very mortal once you've had your head removed. 4 years off, which way, DM Resins? Are you 4 years older or 4 years younger? I'm going older. I'm saying you're 47 then. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so Highlander. Apparently, you're not immortal if you've got no head. But beating around the bush there somewhat. So Highlander, the second movie, says that they're aliens. Well, the first movie didn't say that. At no point in the first movie did they say they were from another planet. So at some point, someone's like, "Yeah, we're gonna make another movie, but it was a bit too medieval and it was a bit too what's the word? Fantasy. Yeah, we need a bit more sci-fi. So you're just all from another planet." Like, no, that's not how you do storytelling. So, and then I think there's a third Highlander film that I didn't even know existed once I was looking through online. So I'm going to watch that at some point. But there is definitely like 12 seasons of Highlander, which is a different Highlander, because he's Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod, and the other guy is Duncan McLeod of the Clan McLeod. So again, are they aliens? Are they not aliens? They just can't make their mind up. So I should be watching that and looking at the lore. Lore spelled Lore. Yeah. Looking forward to She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. That's my TV viewing, really. Stranger Things, waiting for that. Kenobi's finished. Had a little cry, had a little cheer. That was pretty good. Yes. The Queen. Yes, I got my math wrong. 46. I thought so. DMC Resins. I thought so. Yeah, the Queen. Yeah, the whole soundtrack is Queen for the first Highland movie, and it is fantastic. Who Wants to Live Forever? It's a Kind of Magic. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, go watch that. Hammer to Fall. Is that Queen? Is that on there? I think it probably is. I know they're playing Queen when he's playing chicken with the lady. Once he's kidnapped the lady, he's playing chicken with the cards because he can't die. But that's quite good. So there we go. That was our Dynodaze movie review finished. Who's doing something with cars today? I've got to order some parts for my FN2 rear beam. I need another bearing. And then, yeah, press some poly bushes into my FN2. We've got Matty's FN2 on the ramp. That's going to have the head took off it because Matty mullered a head stud. And we tried everything. He tried everything to get it out. And then the main man, Richard, tried everything to get it out. And it wasn't having it. So he has. But Matty, if you're watching, you have properly mullered that, mate. So we're going to try and get that out and up and running so that it can be modified, and it's going up to Uncle Paul. It's getting supercharged, so that's going to be a beautiful project and a great build. What a great car that is, and Dynodaze is very happy to be involved with that at some point. So yeah, great car. Give me the prize. Yeah, the prize was to be the only immortal. I don't know, or maybe stop being immortal. Doesn't really explain what the prize is. Again, that was a what's in today. We've got a EP3 in for a Matt. Then we've got Matty's FN2 on the ramps to have the head took off of it. Keith's painted a BMW today, that's gonna look good.
He said he might do it if he feels like it.
If he feels like it, well, he's turned up. He might as well do a bit. Eh? He might as well do a bit.
I was waiting for the boss to tell me.
Yeah.
What time's in?
Dino Dave.
Yeah, what time does Dave get here?
I ain't seen him
We
yet.
still get
I've been here 3 months.
the phone still rings.
I ain't seen the guy.
Hello, Danny speaking. Hello, is Dave there? Dave? Yeah, Dido Dave. Oh, let me just see. Rich, there's someone for Dido Dave. Yeah, tell him he's on holiday. Yeah, he's on holiday, mate. Can I help you though?
Dave.
Hello, I'd like to speak to the boss. Dave's out at the moment, pal.
Yeah. Is it a complaint? Yes, Dave's out.
Yeah. 0121 do one. All good fun. Yeah, Dino Dave. We do honestly get a lot of people phone up and say, "Have you got a Dino?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a pretty pointless name, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we have got a Dino. Well, I suppose Dino Rod haven't got a Dino, have they?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll share that point then.
Waiting for the hammer. People are now asking a lot, is Keith your uncle? And I like it when I'm stood next to Keith and I'm going, yeah.
Yeah.
He's younger than me by about 6 years, 4 years,
I've just turned 40.
3 years. Yeah.
I shouldn't admit that I've just turned 40, should I?
I often say Rich is my dad. Let your dad at it.
Rich is definitely like my dad.
Get a Belgian.
Just tell.
Yeah.
He's my big brother if nobody knows that.
Yeah, Richard is everybody's big brother. That's his role in the universe, is to everyone's big brother. He doesn't half look after some people, does our Richard? So yes. He looks after me, didn't you, mate? Noshes me off.
Puts you on the breast when you need it.
Gritty bitty.
Yeah.
A little suckle.
Have a little suckle, stroke you till you calm down.
Yeah.
And then like, come on then, let's carry on with
Do you remember that one time with the Dino threw the phone at you?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Well.
There's a few times, isn't there, where, for example, you might have a customer, you're dealing with it, and you feel like you can't deal with that customer. In other words, like they're rubbing you up the wrong way, and you don't want to say anything that you're going to regret.
Yeah.
So you sort of like, you pass the buck. Dan, do you think you can have a word with this customer? Because it's like, you know you're about to lose your shit. So you're like, sort of ask politely, and Dan's like, he knows that look, and he's like, yeah, I'll deal with him, and off he goes. It is quite rare that Dan does that back to me, but it has happened a few times.
Yeah, but it's because I am passionate, and sometimes I do take offence. Now, this particular occasion, it's story time at Dynodaze. This particular occasion, a customer had dropped his car off, and it was a car that we knew well, and the turbo was smoking.
Yeah, the turbo failed.
Turbo had failed. We diagnosed it as turbo failure. The guy's like, well, how do we sort that? Well, the answer is a turbo. Now, Dynodaze, me personally, on the whole, I don't sell turbos. Now, I've got access to turbos and stuff, and we don't mind fitting turbos that we have supplied. But to your guy that's fitting a turbo in his shed with a knife and fork, then I sort of shy away from them. I don't really want to sell a turbo because they're expensive units, aren't they?
Generally expensive units, and you can go from £200 to £2,000. So there's such a wide scope. people want to know what's the difference between that £200 one, the £500, the £750 one.
So anyway,
one, whatever.
I tend to, if someone's building it themselves at home, I tend to shy away from selling the turbo to them because there's a lot of things you can do wrong if you're a novice. Anyway, so the car's here, and the guy says, "What can we do about it?" And I says, "Right, okay, we're going to need a turbo. Now, quote you for labour. Yeah, fine." He says, I says, "Well, you need a turbo, so you get yourself a turbo." He's like, "Oh, can you get me the turbo?" And I'm like, I explain, no, you can get it. But what I will do for you, seeing as it's the weekend, when I'm sat down playing on a bit of Skyrim or something, I'll send you some links over. It was the weekend, so to and from him. Here's a link to a turbo. Now, bearing in mind that on my K20, I've got a turbo, and I paid 1,500 quid for it because that is a great turbo. And I was sick of having a Chinese turbo on there. And so anyway, I paid the money. Like Richard explains, you can either buy a £300 turbo or you can buy a £1,500 turbo. So I sent him some links. I sent him 2 links, in fact. I sent him a link to the same turbo that I'd got. And then I sent him a link to like something like the Pulsar Turbo variant.
Yeah,
which
like 500 or 600
quid. So anyway.
Well, saying these are like 2 ends of the scale.
Yeah. Here's a couple of turbos for you. Well, he phones up first thing Monday morning. We hadn't removed the car for the night, so we're in there. Phones up first thing in the morning, and I'm not messing. He starts saying that I'm trying to rip him off. So initially, I'm like, just trying to think, how can I be ripping him off? I'm not selling him anything. So let me think.
All you've done is kindly sent some links.
So in my downtime, after hours of a weekend, I think it was probably a Sunday.
In your own time,
I'm sending some links across. So I'm trying to think so okay, he's leading with, "You're trying to rip me off," and I'm thinking to myself here,
well, that's actually impossible.
Yeah. Now,
because I'm not selling nothing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Okay, he's got the wrong end of the stick there.
I think because you were sending links to like Owen Developments.
Yeah. It's where I got my turbo from.
Turbos. So you gave him links to companies, not this is what I said.
Yeah, it wasn't a link to my website or a link to something that I wanted to sell him. So I explained that to him. So I explained, "No, mate, I'm not trying to sell you a turbo. I'm giving you free advice to say, here are the turbos that are gonna bolt, we think, onto your manifold that you've got. No, you're trying to rip me off. It's disgusting. All I wanted this, that, and the other." I'm like, whoa. And it was one of those things where he's now off like a rocket on the phone.
Yeah, so he ain't even listening.
So he's not even listening now. He hasn't grasped the fact that I'm not trying to rip him off. I'm not trying to sell him nothing. I'm not selling anything to him. So it's got nothing to do with me. I was just helping. And like, he was, and I was like, pow, I'm going for a walk. What? He's like, and Richard's like, mute the phone. What's up? I'm like, well, he's just said that, but basically he just said that I'm a thief. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, mate, I'll just pass you over to Rich. And headphones came off and I was having a walk down the yard and I was seething. Like, that doesn't happen. Like Richard said, that doesn't happen very often. I am pretty chilled and I can deal with most things, even when, every company will have a legitimate complaint at some point. Every company will certainly have non-legitimate complaints. So, I've got to deal with that stuff. But on that particular occasion, he wasn't listening to me and he was completely wrong. So I had to pass him off. And sometimes that's just the way. And we've got a great team here. So no one's ever sort of sat on their own. And so I've got a friend that works for a company. We'll call them Tactical Racing. And and he's on young lad, great lad. He's on his own most of the time. So when he has a problem, he's got to deal with it.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
See you, Keith. Thanks for the tea.
No problem.
And we're a team here. And we've worked together for a long time, and I know that no one's ever on their own in this. No one's ever on their own in a situation. Oh look, there's a favourite orange pen there for you as well. You can have that for free. People always have the price that they want to pay in their head. Yeah, that's totally right. When reality doesn't match, I think they're being ripped off, rather than just taking the advice or working out what's best for them.
Like totally I said, though, in that particular instance, though, he wasn't listening to the fact that at no point was anyone here trying to rip him off, because no one here was trying to sell him anything.
Yeah,
All we said
no,
was, these are links to turbo companies.
That's why I was
These are links to the sort of things that you can buy.
That's why I was
It wasn't a case of, here's my website with 10 turbos on it.
Yeah, and you have to fit this one.
Yeah, you have to fit this one, and that's 1,700 quid. Yeah, it wasn't like that at all, was it?
Yeah, someone over the weekend said that I was on a particular item on a website. I was £100 more expensive, and generally, for want of a better word, how dare I sell it for £100 more than another company? And I had to spend my time saying, look, that price from the other company is wrong. So there's a recommended retail price, and that's where I'm set at. And my trade discount is from.
The price was wrong is that they were selling them for less than you could buy them for.
Correct. Yeah.
So you knew the price was wrong.
Yeah. So if that company's selling them to customers and trying to make a profit, and I can't buy them from the supplier for that much, then it makes sense for me to buy them off that company, which obviously I would. But yeah, there's a recommended retail price. The trade discount structure works so that, for instance, let's say it was let's say it's a hard race set of lower arms, and they are £307 retail. I sell them on my website for £307 retail, and that's because the trade discount of like 20% or whatever it is off the £307. If someone's selling them for £207, well, that's more than 20% discount, and you're supposed to be making a profit at that point. So I know that company have not updated their prices for 3 years. The reason they haven't updated their prices in 3 years is because they've never sold a set, because they've got no idea what a Colt CZT is, and they've never sold a part for them. So this morning, when they get to work and they open up their orders from their website and they say that I've placed an order for those hard race lower arms at £207, they will refund me, because they cannot buy. They won't hold stock, because they've never heard of a Mitsubishi Colt. They can't buy them. If they did, they'd be making about a £70 loss. So they will refund me, and they will say they're out of stock, and that's the way it will go. Then they will update their prices. Then the person who I explained to that their prices are wrong will see that I am not overpriced. I am pricing at retail, and that was my weekend's project.
But this is the point. You've wasted. Well, I don't say you've wasted your time, because
I've not wasted my time. Because
my point is, though, you've had to go through all of that for one person. Is what I'm saying.
See, the point is that on the internet, if somebody says you're £100 more expensive, why? There's other people looking at that post, not just me. It wasn't a personal conversation. It wasn't via message. It was, pow, Dynodaze are well too expensive. No, we're not. So we go and look at that, and we look at the price, and there it is. People in business should make a profit, because if they don't make a profit in business,
you don't have a business.
You don't have a business, and it's illegal for you to trade like that. You cannot make a loss on everything.
The silly thing is, though, what people don't understand is as well, that it's not just, it's not when they say, oh, for example, you make £50 on a set of coilovers or whatever it is. And they're like, well, I want you to make £25 a set of coilovers, but you haven't made £50 a set of coilovers, because by the time you paid your eBay fees, and you paid your PayPal fees, and you've paid your rent, you've paid your insurance,
and you paid for your office, and your lights,
and your electric, and everything else. You ain't made 50 quid.
No.
And that's the same as when people say, oh, you're £48 an hour labour. I don't get £48 an hour labour.
I'm telling you this now, right?
Because, like I said, by the time you've paid,
and everybody can listen to me say this, £48 an hour labour for a specialist like you that works on performance cars and can fabricate, £48 an hour is cheap as piss. The MOT station over the road is £20 more expensive than that. Andy at Attleborough Auto Centre, who sells cars for a living, is £20 more expensive than that. And they're not specialists.
No.
They're just doing bolt-on, bolt-off MOT work and fixing and putting a tyre on something. Their labour rate's more expensive. So there are people out there that are cheaper than us. But look at them. Look at the sheds that they're working in. Look at the fact that they haven't got insurances. They haven't got overheads.
Like you said, just in accountants' fees alone, we have probably about, or right now, we've probably got about £4,000 a year in accountancy fees, haven't we? Just to pay the accountant.
Yeah, £4,000.
You know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. People don't see that side of it, do they? You know, and then
or the £10,000 worth of insurance that we got to pay. So when on January the 1st, when the diary flicks over to a brand new year, in that year on January the 1st, you have to make £14,000 profit. You have to make 14k profit before you've made £1 profit.
Yeah,
because you got to pay for that, and that's not including rent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you got rent every year.
Yeah.
There's another 12 grand a year, you know, and it's all that sort of stuff. This is what people don't see, you know. It doesn't. None of this, any of this in here, isn't free. And when it's business, everybody charges you twice as much as it would be in any other situation. So if they're coming out to do some electrical work, it's twice.
Or take a windscreen out, or whatever.
Yeah, take a windscreen out. Come to fix the ramp, whatever it is, whatever that job is, it's always more expensive.
Yeah, like if we need to have a light bulb replaced.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to need a scaffolding tower to do that, mate.
Exactly. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You can't just, like, my point is the lights are on the roof and they're 25 foot in the air or 20 foot in the air. You're not, what I'm saying is it's not like you're just leaning up in air, is it? And unscrewing a bulb and screwing a bulb in. It's like, that's what it costs.
But yeah, it's one of those things. So, you know, businesses have to make profit. And that's why I never begrudge another business firing an email at me. Nobody wants to spend £8,000 digging up a bit of concrete for a bit of gas pipe, do they? But sometimes, and you can even look and you can think.
That's something that drove it home to me this year, right? Sometimes people have said, oh, that's expensive, or I'm not happy with that, or whatever. And that's something to me that drove it home. You know,
no. Nobody said that they're not happy with that. You've quoted them and they've said they're not happy with the quote.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a completely different thing. But yes,
that's what I meant.
I'm not happy with that quote. It seems too expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is I've experienced other sides of expense this year that I've been unable to take in.
Oh, totally, mate. I've had to close my eyes at some point.
Yeah. What I'm saying is when someone says to me, I want £6,000, Rich, to dig out literally 6 feet of concrete and put a new pipe in and put it back down again. I'm like, that's taken you 2 days. Well, 2 days for me, it'd be like, it's literally 800 quid.
And the worst thing about that is we obviously felt at that point, right, we better get some more quotes.
Yeah.
And they were more expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, I reckon Rich can dig that hole. But no, it was gas, so we couldn't do it. But yeah, people hand us bills and we're in business and they feel more powerful, don't they, those bills, because we're a business.
Yeah.
It's like when people say, can you do that for cash? No, I can't do that because that's A, illegal, and B, doesn't help me in any way whatsoever. I've got a business, and like me and Rich say, at the end of your 12 months, you've got a set of books, legal books. And it's those books that the business is valued upon.
Yeah.
And if you're working hard, like me and Rich work on a Saturday, I'm not messing about. This isn't bullshit at all now. Me and Richard have worked a Saturday for 11 years.
Well, it's 12 years at Christmas, ain't it?
Yeah, for 12 years. We've worked a Saturday for 12 years and no one's ever paid us. And now I know that we own a business and it's all moving forward and stuff like that. But we technically work for free on Saturdays, don't we?
Yeah, we always have.
I mean, it's our business, all right. That's great. It's our business, but we work for free. No one's. We when you work hard all year, what you do need is you need the accountant to come in at the end of the year, sit down, and say, "We've done all right there, lads." And every time you get a new set of books, your business is your business is being valued. So if anybody ever wanted to sell something as a whole, if anybody, heaven forbid, anybody ever wanted to buy all of Dynodaze, there's a value there that you've worked at. Much the same as sitting in your house after you've paid your mortgage off and the house going up in price. It's the same with business. The business is going up. Or if you have a really bad year, it goes down. But that's the way that's the way it works. But you're always working towards something. And it was only when that S15 came out of the body shop last week that I felt that we had realised the dream of opening a body shop and having the capability of doing something that we've always dreamed about.
I think that's what we were. I think where we were still fighting issues and doing stuff, and on top of that, we were, we feel like he started in April and we should have been at full steam then, and we weren't.
No.
And I think that last week was the break point where we felt like we were at full steam.
Now I know you guys went and watched that S15 video, and I wish the camera could pick up better than it does. Like that car was absolutely phenomenal after Keith had painted it. And that's not blowing smoke up Keith's arse, because I already knew that he was the best painter I'd ever seen. But when you see a car come in and then go start to finish, and then right at the end of the project, you're looking at it and thinking to yourself, I've never seen a car look as good as that. That's when you're like, your dream is realised. And I feel like, right, we've worked bloody hard to get that place up and running. And now we are literally cooking on gas. It's amazing. And our Keith looks proud of that work, and so he should. But yeah, but that's it. That's pretty much our dream realised. Every year we say to us, me and Rich say to ourselves, that was an all right year. How can we improve on that next year? How can we do better? What can we do better? And we have a little sit down, don't we? With a pen, a biro if we can find one.
Yeah, a biro.
Barnsley.
If we could find one.
Barnsley, does Rich have a pen?
I think if you go stale in business and you don't look to see what you can do to improve, and something we always say as well is that the workshop's nowhere near at full capacity. You know, for example, we say, well, like this year, we've not had Jason for a full year now, or nearly a full year. And we've looked back at the books and gone, we haven't turned over as much money. Well, that's physically impossible when you've only got one person here doing two people's work. Well, you're not going to turn over as much, are you?
No.
You know, and I wanted to see if that was the case of, would I turn over less? But by the time you take out things like wages and other expenses, for example, am I better off or am I not better off? And these are things that you have to analyse in business, aren't they? You know, we're nowhere near at full capability until we're on that dyno 3 slots a day, until we've got one lad on each ramp.
Yeah.
You know, and they're working 8 hours a day.
And there's someone in this office in my seat looking as handsome as me.
Well, that's never going to happen, is it?
I know it's not. Because no one is as handsome as me.
With your geography teacher.
He went the other way. Do you see that? He made a mistake. He said, that's never going to happen. No one's ever going to be as handsome as me. He went the wrong way.
I was patronising you.
You weren't.
I was. Or patronising, whichever you want to pronounce
Well, it depends whether you're American or not.
Yeah.
That depends whether you're American. Totally. Yeah, so we're always trying to improve. Quietly improving all the time, quietly trying in the background to make things run smoother and better. Because remember, we are a tiny business in the grand scheme of things. The people that we compete against, if you're competing
against like Johnny Tegger and TDI North and companies like that, they're big companies.
Big companies. You know, we some of the people that we have and always will be, more than likely, because we're just two lads from Inkley. We probably always will be the underdog, but that doesn't matter, because when somebody comes down here and experiences Dynodaze and has that day with us, like the EP3 that's just rocked up now, once he's experienced us and he's had a day with us and he's learned something and he's enjoyed himself, we've got a customer for life. And you only need 365 customers. I was trying to explain the other day that we only need about 25 customers for the paint shop a year.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, isn't it? It's about getting people. Same thing again with people through the paint shop. The more work we do, the more work people see, the more word of mouth you get. The more, you know,
absolutely.
And so forth. You know, it all rolls into the next, don't it?
Yeah, we're a team. We are a team. I would say we're the dream team because I'm involved, but we are a team. Unless it's because I'm dreaming. But that's a whole nother sci-fi episode, isn't it? That's another X-Files. Right. Anyway, peace out, brothers and sisters. I'm going to go do some work. I've got a lot of orders to process online. And I will thank you, Barnsley. We love you. And stay safe in Turkey, man. And we will see you soon. Definitely see you tomorrow morning, I would imagine, for another live. Thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up if you would be so kind. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all very soon.